Hey, welcome to learn about astronomy, and this is the phases of the moon for the week of Monday, January 27th, all the way into Sunday, February 2nd. So the moon is in its waning crescent mode and is rising very late at night as it's getting close to the sun. So basically on Monday, January 27th, the moon is going to rise in the night around 4 a.m. a little just around 4:15 a.m. So it's very early morning. Actually, it's more into Monday morning before going to work. You should see a nice little crescent in the southeast skies, and it's basically going to hang there as it's close to the sun. So as the day progresses, it's going to be pretty much a daytime object. So why not take a peek to the sun's right and try to find a nice little crescent moon that you can see pretty much all day long until it sets. The moon is going to set at around 1:30 p.m. So up to noon you should actually see a interesting little moon, crescent moon, but it's going to get thinner and more difficult to see in the blue skies of the daytime. As we go into Tuesday, January 28th, that's going to be actually the moon rising even later as it's getting thinner actually. So as we get into about 4 or 5 a.m. On January 27th, the moon is January 28th, sorry, Tuesday, January 28th. What's going to happen is you're going to see the moon getting close to Venus. And you should see actually around 6:15. You should see Venus very bright in the east, northeast. And basically you will have the view of the moon, a very small crescent moon, to the upper right of Venus. So that shouldn't be too hard to see. If you are an early riser or have to go to work early, you should see actually the moon and Venus. And why not take the time to try to spot Venus and the moon in your daytime sky, because both objects are actually easy to spot even in the blue sky. Even Venus is easy to see in the blue of the sky. So once you spot it, you know where it is. Why not try it out and try to spot them in the daytime? Then as we go into Wednesday, January 29th, we will have the moon rising just a little later once again. Venus is going to rise, and then later around 6:15 you should start seeing a very thin crescent moon to the lower left of Venus. But that's going to be hard to see because now it's getting extremely close to the sun, and it's really going to actually go into that new moon phase around the 30th and 31st. It's going to be hard to see. So why not try and spot it out, and actually you can use Venus to help you. And if you spot Venus very bright, just look to the lower left and you should actually see a thin crescent moon. And now we're going to check for Thursday, January 30th. That's pretty much new moon. So if we look at where the moon is, as you see, it's extremely close to the sun, pretty much impossible to spot, and it's getting into that new moon phase. So it's going to be very difficult to actually see here on that day of Thursday, January The 30th, almost impossible. As you see, it's very close to the sun, getting extremely, extremely close here. And so that's going to be pretty much a no moon day on Thursday. Friday, January 31st, as the sun rises, you will actually see the moon, still very close. It's getting a little farther off, and that's when it might actually, if you want to really, really have a good, very, very good challenge here. When the sun sets on Friday, January 31st, why not go out and around, let's say around 5:50 p.m., about half an hour as the sun, after the sun sets, you should spot Mercury that's going to be in the west. Now, you will see in the southwest horizon, the west-southwest, Mercury, and should actually spot it quite easily, as long as you can see a low horizon. Mercury is at its best on Friday, January 31st, so why not take the time to spot it? And if you do spot Mercury, why not try to scan the low horizon to the lower right of Mercury? You might actually spot a one-day-old moon that's extremely difficult to see, and it's actually not a full one-day-old moon. It's like a 20-hour or something like 18 or 20-hour old moon. That's kind of hard to watch because the sky is still not totally dark at that time, so it's kind of hard to spot. But I would say that Friday, January 31st is the time to spot something interesting in the west-southwest sky. And I actually plan to do a nighttime watch of the sky to spot this if possible. Then we go into Saturday, February 1st. Incredible, but yeah, we are going to be Saturday, February 1st already. 1 month is gone. And then we'll have, of course, the moon that's going to be higher in the night sky. So if you go around a little past sunset, let's try it at like 5:45 p.m. Now you'll spot Mercury in the west-southwest sky, and to the upper left you should see a thin crescent moon that's going to be very thin, very beautiful to watch, and kind of almost pointing to the direction of Mercury. So that's going to be really, really nice little crescent to look at in the night sky here. And finally, Sunday, February 2nd, as the sun will set, you will have a very nice crescent moon, much bigger now as it's getting away from the sun. One's getting a really nice apparition of an evening crescent, getting really, really nice. Still time to watch Mercury, don't forget. So as the sun sets around 5:45, 6 p.m., why not take the time to try to find Mercury and enjoy the beautiful crescent moon that's going to highlight the sky of Sunday, February 2nd. And basically that moon will not last that long on that evening because it's still close to the sun. So you'll be able to see it set about 8:40, 8:45 p.m. So it's really setting early in the west skies, and still has a very thin crescent moon. So that's the phases of the moon for the week of Monday, January 27th, all the way to Sunday, February 2nd. Hope you enjoy our videos. If you do, please subscribe to our channel, and you'll be informed when new videos are online. If you have any comments, questions on what you've seen, suggestions, hey, ask away. Maybe you have some astronomical feature you'd like us to talk about. Why not let us know, and we'll try to put a video online. And thanks for watching, and hope you come back to learn about astronomy. Bye-bye.